This is why we fight. I'm Joe.
And I'm Jordan.
Good evening. Good evening. Hello, Wardens, lurkers, and visitors. Hope you're having a fantastic Saturday and happy May Day weekend to you all. It's bank holiday weekend, so I hope those of you working lucky enough to get a 3-day weekend. And I hope you've been well. How have you been, Jordan?
I've been okay, thank you.
Ooh, okay.
What's that mean?
Well, that's not like you. You're normally super. I've been great.
Well, normally, yes. It's because the ongoing saga of the cough has continued. And my ribs hurt. It's made worse by laughing.
Oh, God. Well, Jordan's gone into baby mode, as everyone can tell.
Wow, rude.
No, not really. No, come on. This is no worse than you do to me. Let's say good evening to a few people before we begin. So we've got Fearless Bear first in tonight. Good evening. English Will is here with cute Pikachu. Florida Will is here. We've got Old Mother Earth is here. You said you'd be on time tonight, so welcome to you. Sir Francis is here. Philomena is here. Ragnar is here. Said oops. What have you done, Ragnar? Literally less than a minute in and you've already said oops. I can't see anything you've done though. And Cass is here. Good evening. Yes, so it's May Day weekend.
As people can tell by the maypole.
Yes. Yes, so now we've got George and the Dragon.
Jordan the Dragon, yes, thank you.
Friendly bees. Friendly bees. Little Chickens Rooster and the Maypole.
The others as well.
And of course the English flags.
And
what I've mentioned, the bees, George and the Dragon, the Maypole, the chickens. Oh, the rabbit.
Thank you.
Oh, for goodness sake.
The original.
So there you go. Springtime covered, I think. Good evening. Johnny Redpeel Seed is here as well. Good evening to you.
No audio problems. It's a special stream.
Hey, you know what, Phyllis Bay? Give us a chance.
Yeah, we've only just started, mate. Come back.
There's still time. Oh, at least we're all here. At least we're here. Look, if you don't laugh, you start to scream or something. So you've got to have a laugh, right? So we've got some good stuff for you tonight. We've got some funny stuff, but we're also going to focus a little bit on May Day and what it means and who celebrates it. I thought this was a uniquely English thing, but I'm wrong.
Are you?
Oh, yes.
Well, May Day is the Communist Day of Workers. That, for whatever reason, everybody celebrates that. But the proper May Day.
What? Don't make it communist and make me hate it.
No, well, the communist version of May Day.
There is no communist version of anything. Communism is fake and gay and it doesn't exist.
There is a communist version of it.
Good evening. No, they just, as per usual, they just copy other people's great ideas. Good evening to you, Arthur.
Well, you know why they picked the 1st of May to do their stupid little, Communist Day thing? Just could bring this up on screen. I don't even know what to call it. It's just the Day of Communism. There you go. It's because they like to ruin all things good.
Yes.
That's why. So they've obviously gone out of their way deliberately to pick the 1st of May, which is the ancient festival of spring.
No, they are literally the reason why this saying exists. This is why we can't have nice things.
Exactly. It's just like they've looked at something and said, oh, look, that brings people joy. It's not very communist to be joyful. Let's ruin it like we ruin everything else.
Well, they're not going to win. They're not going to win.
In 1889, May Day was chosen as the date of International Workers' Day by the Socialist and Communist of the Second International to commemorate the Haymarket Affair in Chicago. International Workers' Day is also called May Day, but is a different celebration than the traditional May Day. Yes, because one brings joy and happiness, the other one merely brings in the impending doom.
One's apocalyptic, end of the world type stuff. What's the Second International?
It's when the little meeting, the Comintern and all that. The first one, second one, the third one. on the fourth one. I believe there was a fifth as well. Let's have a look. One moment. I don't actually know what they do at these things. I'll be honest. I just know of.
Well, they obviously plan
Although
to
it
spread
excluded.
misery.
Oh, 1 minute. This isn't a real second because it excluded the powerful narco syndicalists and the trade unions. Oh, they won't be having with that.
What? Why would they exclude the trade unions who are in their pockets? That makes no sense.
Because trade unionists remind of work, and you can't be having that in a communist area, surely.
Imagine being called the Socialist Workers' Party and they're all on welfare. It's just amazing. Oh,
We
I've
can't
got a
have that
couple of
person.
I've got a couple more mentions. Johnny Not Powell is here. Good evening to you. Stephen O is here. Your alter ego. Tash is here. I'd call you Natasha. I don't know which you prefer, Tash. Who else is here? Let's have a look. Sure, I saw another person. I may be wrong. No, I was wrong. Old Mother Earth says, the filthy grip of the commie devil, most unnatural to the essence of May Day, spring and renewal. Agree.
Fully.
Absolutely agree with that. Yes. The Socialist Workers' Party of Deutschland. Well, you know what? The Socialist Workers' Party of everything, or anything, doesn't seem to require any work, or rather not hard graft. All they seem to do is work hard to destroy all the things we care about. Thank you, Tash. Right, Tash is fine. There you go. Tash it will be. So yeah, no, these people can do one. Get your dirty, filthy hands off our May Day celebrations. It's interesting, though, to see how many people do actually celebrate May Day.
There we are. Hopefully I've got all of that in. Can you read that okay, or do you need me to zoom in?
Need to be a touch bigger, please, because it's a bit of an eye strain there, I'm not going to lie.
Oh, so when it's me, fair enough.
Philomena, do one, haters. That's it. That's our motto now. Right, okay. Oh, God, do you want me to read this? That's a lot of information.
No, I just popped it on the stream.
Okay, let's have a look.
There is a prime example of them trying to mess with us. They've attempted to get rid of the May Day bank holiday as it with one later in the year in October to coincide with Trafalgar Day, which should be a bank holiday in and of itself.
Yeah, people need to stop messing with us, honestly.
They really do.
That's interesting. So they want to create a United Kingdom Day. Attempts were made by John Major government in 1993 to abolish the May Day holiday and replace it with Trafalgar Day. So, John Major, what a traitor to the working class you are. I'm just trying to see.
There's nothing else of particular interest in this article.
Oh, it was abolished and banned by Puritan parliaments during the interregnum, but reinstated with the restoration of Charles II in 1660. Abolished and banned? Whatever for?
Because it brought joy. Puritans aren't into that very much.
Well, that's true. That's true.
Actually, at that time, they really weren't into joy at all.
Well, that's true. And the left now are like modern, or the commies, like modern Puritans, aren't they? Except they've included comedy in it now because their comedy is rubbish. Will says, in the Ukraine, everyone would dress up in fine embroidery and gather in the village. The young women put flowers in their hair. It's not dissimilar to what the English May Day celebrations were. And of course, anyone old enough to remember, and we've looked into this, you would have children dressed in little white gowns, ribbons in their hair, and they would dance around the maypole, and it was just wonderful.
We're going to be coming to that later on. I did want to say, while researching this, Google have finished it. They've taken away one of my talking points.
Of course they have.
While I was looking into this, I put in Spring Festival and for some reason, the Chinese New Year came up.
What?
I know. I wouldn't even mind. But Chinese New Year was back in February.
So they're not
There
even
was
trying to
nowhere near.
pretend. They're not even
It
trying
was,
to pretend now that China isn't just the head of the globalist agenda.
but it was nowhere near now. I could kind of understand if it was this week. Still right, but I could say, okay, the algorithm just kind of messed up, but just it's like 3 months late.
Well, it's not just that. I mean, we've said before, if you try to look up anything that starts with England or English, it's replaced. Usually with the word British. It's a first, I'll admit, for it to be replaced with China.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those. Let's have a look through some of those pictures, please.
Yeah,
Look
there
at
we are.
that. It was the villagey aspect, though, that really carried this off. It was a celebration of rebirth. It was a spring celebration. Probably the sort of more pagan version of Easter, because Easter was about rebirth, wasn't it? About the new replacing the old, and it's the time when animals are born. You've got your spring lamb, and I don't know. It's just lovely, just lovely. It's just a celebration of life, and that's probably why they co-opted it.
It is, absolutely. As I said earlier on, somewhat jokingly, but it is. They can't have anything joyful. It's not.
Oh, that's wonderful. Look at the gowns they're wearing. Do you have any dates for these photos?
This looks recent.
I was going to say it doesn't look kind of old-fashioned at all.
Oh, 1 minute. To be fair, when did police vans get rid of that little stop?
No
Oh, it
idea.
is late 80s, early 90s, judging by that.
When people were still free to cavort around a pole in a park or on a green. Is that a very English thing, chat, for us to call them village greens? Does anyone else do that?
Not both. Village greens are lovely.
They are. A couple of late hellos. Lady Saxon has joined us. Thank you very much. And so has My Stepdad's Not Mean. So has Xanth. Thank you very much for joining us this evening. Is there anyone else to give a shout out to? This is my last shout out. Cockney Nutjob is here. Good evening to you. English Bird is here.
Ironically, trying to find a picture of a village green is nigh on impossible.
Well, it's probably banned, isn't it? You'd think people like the Green Party would actually try to protect these things.
No, don't be silly. They're too busy worrying about burning wet
But
wood.
that's literally the reason they claim they exist. Johnny Redpillseed says, we just need a traditional wicker man. I can think of a few people that deserve to go inside it, not naming names or anything. May Day is, I'm going to say it's no longer an English tradition. I mean, it is a tradition, and that can't ever, go away. It's not celebrated mainstream anymore that I'm aware of, but there could be villages across the country that still do this. It's certainly not a nationally celebrated endeavour to have the maypole and have the maypole dancers. And look at these; they're just lovely. But even people on a budget with a little tiny maypole there still did it. It's still happening. Oh, and Daffyd, there you go, last one. Oh, and Rob D. Right, definitely last one now. That's it. Cutting you all off. All right, Anglo-Saxon. Right, you're the last one for sure. Not doing any other mentions.
Extreme lies. There you go, back in the day.
Oh, look at that.
Who's this lad here? He looks like he's about to go off to work.
Oh, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
That is incredible English.
Well, it's like when we were looking at the fudge advert, you know, the children playing with the conkers. I've never seen that anywhere else either.
The little boy you missed by about 3 seconds.
Well, yeah, but you know, it was taking direction, probably from a commie. No, that's just wonderful. So yes, happy May Day for Monday. Anyway, May Day. I don't know. As I said, once I take over the world, there will be May Day celebrations in every town and village.
I think they're going to take over everywhere. I know how it is.
Yeah, yes, we are the conquerors. Daffyd says tank tops are due a return. Oh, I don't know. Not those flared trousers though, and those weird long collars on shirts. 1970s fashion leaves a lot to be desired. Oh, that's sad. Old Mother Earth says we had a maypole in the hall cupboard. I can't remember them setting it up ever. What a shame.
That is.
A real old English knees up. I like that one.
The term of it.
Yes. I must tell you, I saw this diverse Dulux advert, and this woman had an old English sheepdog, and I just thought, think of the connotations there that the dog belonged to. Never mind, I'm just ruminating there on something. Joe Gates, maybe, but you know what? I don't want to kill the entire world, nor poison them, nor vaccinate them against diseases that I probably helped create in the first place. I don't want to send zombie mosquitoes to do some job or other, and I don't want to block out the moon or the sun. Stephen O says bring back the mini skirt. I think the mini skirt is okay, but for the older ladies, you sometimes need to, you know, hide your power. Okay, if you're incredibly skinny or a bit wrinkly, please don't wear a mini skirt. It's just nasty. Please
A bit
don't do it.
wrinkly.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Dress appropriately for your age is all.
Okay, well, there you go. That's all the things you can do in England this month. I'm surprised Visit England are telling you to go out and do stuff because, you know, going outside is illegal.
I'm surprised Visit England isn't telling everyone to leave the country. Honestly,
Why
that's
would
the
they
way
do?
things are working now. I don't know. Everything's up. Everything's back to front. So, ooh, Johnny and Pal mentioned leather elbow pads. Why did they never make a
Oh,
comeback, lol? They used to go on. Oh, what were those suits made of?
tweed.
Tweed. Yes, tweed suits.
Yeah, the tweed jackets. They're like a proper professor.
Very old fashioned. We used to have teachers who dressed like that. I mean, proper, just like school teachers, not university professors or anything. And I wonder if it was almost like a uniform that they put on, you know, to appear to be an authority and to take pride in the career. And now I don't know. I don't know any young teachers, but I bet they look an absolute mess.
They look like normal people, which shouldn't be.
Well, some of them. Some of
Well,
them
you
have
know what I
got
mean.
weird coloured hair and piercings.
What's weird, I can't find any decent pictures of tweed jackets with elbow patches. As soon as you see them, you're automatically a professor.
Yeah,
That's it.
exactly. It was like a uniform for them. A recognised authority. My stepdad's not mean says women look better when they dress classy. Absolutely agree. I
Was
wouldn't
that the
normally put
Chinese
this one
trap?
up. I wouldn't normally put this one up, but I have to. I'm not reading it though, Jordan. You can. Oh my god. That might be the end of the stream. Oh god. That's amazing. Are you going to read it, Jordan, or you're not brave enough?
Oh, we're good.
Okay. Tash says, also, don't wear mini skirts if you have varicose veins. Well said. Nobody wants to see that. They're nasty.
What's your opinion on cord jackets?
Oh, I hate corduroy with a passion. They make sofas from it now. Like, why? Why do you hate us?
I agree.
Female shoulder pads, Cass. Yeah. Go on, sorry.
I agree that sofas shouldn't be made out of cord. That's very, very weird. But cord trousers are wonderful. They're so incredibly warm and comfortable.
Oh, Stephen is saying, though, that they were corduroy, not tweed. Fair enough.
That's why I brought it up.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to get over that joke anytime soon. I will say the patches themselves absolutely fine, but corduroy is just, I don't know. That's a man-made product, isn't it? Anyway, so it's one of those things that should never have happened.
It's wool.
Yes, but the way it's the lines. I don't know. I just hate it.
The lines. Ooh, you hate it.
Yeah, I hate the feel of it. I hate the lines. I mean, if you've got a wool jacket, you know it's wool. You get what you expect. But this is a shock because it looks soft, but it's kind of, I don't know, it's a weird texture. I don't like it.
It is very soft.
Yeah, it's weird. Michael Pagan. I can't read that one out, but good on you. Oh, you men like corduroy. Weird.
It is because it's comfortable and warm.
There you go. There's another reason not to have a corduroy sofa. They leave lines on your face when you fall asleep on them. There you go. That should be on the advert. They should have someone fall asleep on one and wake up with just lines embedded into their skin. My stepdad's not mean says I look good in my corduroy socks, pants and shirt. The corduroy shirts now. Okay.
A corduroy suit sounds wonderful.
Oh, God, no. No. Oh, old Mother Earth. Yeah, I get the practicalities of it. I just hate it. It was designed to drive very quickly when out and about in the country. It's very practical. Fair play. The jacket, says Rob D, equivalent of a wood chip wallpaper. Wow. That's slightly harsh.
Here is a question for chat. This is a very, very strange question, but it's a question nonetheless. What are our opinions on suits without a proper shirt?
So suits with a t-shirt or just not a proper collared shirt? Okay.
Yes. This is the real pressing question of the day. This has become the that needs an answer, apparently.
I would say if you're going for smart cash, the more you dress up, the better. But still, I think it would go better with an open collared shirt. If you want to dress down slightly, just take the tie off and open the collar. Or loosen the tie. But it does depend on the occasion.
No. Don't just loosen the tie. You then look like you've just come out of school. If you just loosen the tie, someone should be allowed to slap you around the back of the head.
No, well, like I said,
you don't just loosen the tie.
It depends on the occasion, doesn't it? That picture, though, that you've got up just looks completely wrong. Don't like it.
This to me looks absolutely abhorrent.
And also that jacket, does that even do up?
It does. There is
What?
a solitary button on it, which
Well,
is
yeah,
fine, but
it doesn't look like it could get round him. So
I'll be honest,
that's
it doesn't. Like
that's
he's
just
going to have to breathe in like nobody's business.
exactly, and that's just for effect. And he doesn't seem to be a fat person, so but that does not look like it will close. So
English Bird says it looks like he lost his shirt.
or someone ripped his collar off, right? Yes, Rob D says it'd be like having a three-piece suit with trainers. Agree.
God, that is my absolute. I hate it.
Important
I
question.
truly, genuinely can't stand that. I've worked around Canary Wharf for a while, and the number of people you would see in ridiculously expensive suits with their stupidly expensive shoes, and then they've got these bright, burning white trainers on. Like, please, lad, buy some shoes.
That's like putting on makeup and not washing your hair. Like
It's awful.
finish the job. A couple of comments here. Philomena says no. He needs a shirt. That outfit looks lazy.
Agreed.
Kaz says, "Is that suit made of carpet?" It does have that kind of carpety sheen to it, doesn't it?
It kind of does. This is, I don't know, this.
Sir Francis says, "On the spot punishment, orange rubber glove to the face. We need the chief slapper, definitely." Will says, "I don't like suits with a t-shirt, but short sleeve and loosened tie is fine." It says, "I'm willing to wear a tie in this heat for you, babe." Well, if you're calling your boss babe, then you doesn't matter what you wear, really, does it? Haha. But yeah, I do agree.
Just do without the tie.
I do agree. And well, no, like I said, if you've been in a suit all day, it must be incredibly uncomfortable. But I do think you should dress up when dressing up is how it should be done. But I don't see the point of doing sort of 2/3 of a job.
I like dressing up, but I just can't be having with ties.
That's interesting.
Just hate it. The only time I wear a few, I can't stand
them. What do we think about the shirt, tie, and jacket with jeans? I kind of hate it.
No, I don't. I don't get it.
What
the heck is this? I'm sorry, 1 second.
It's like you have schizophrenia. And I don't like it.
What the heck is happening here?
Why? What? What is that? A tailored jacket with a hood? What am I looking at here? I hate this.
This has been photoshopped. I can't work out which part has been photoshopped.
Can you zoom in on the fellow?
I think the jacket has
been. Right. So is that all printed onto a t-shirt?
No. I think that seemingly this is photoshopped in, but this is disturbing.
So I don't
like that at all.
I don't understand which parts are real and which parts are. I mean, the whole center looks fake, like it's been drawn on. Their heads look like they've been fake superimposed onto the hoods. The hoods are standing at some unnatural angle.
The hood looks so weird.
Hate it. Yep, Philomena. Philomena says it. There you go. Hate that. Courtney Nutjob suggests no one should wear jeans over 40. I think if you have stayed in shape and if you look all right, then you can. It does depend on the type of jeans, of course. I hate the fact that everything on sale now is these stupid skinny jeans or skinny trousers. They're just awful.
While doing my research, I saw that skinny jeans are apparently on the way out.
Good. Yeah, I thank goodness they're awful.
I didn't have anything else to say on that. Just, you're safe, eventually.
Right. This one, is that trainers with a suit?
Yes.
No, that's an No, get them off. Deport. You know, that just doesn't. That's what is that? What is that like? I made an effort, but I couldn't really be bothered to do the whole thing. So you weren't worth 100%. Why bother? I hate that so much. Either dress up or don't dress up. I understand that
They're
trainers are
so
comfortable,
white. No, they're
but you
not. They're
think
uncomfortable.
no, they are comfortable. Now you are absolutely lying.
No, comfortable at all.
But you can buy a decent pair of shoes that are comfortable,
Nice shoes
especially
are
if they're
very
flat.
comfortable.
If they're flat shoes, I mean they're incredibly comfortable anyway because you're walking in your natural position. But I hate that. And that suit. Can I just point out? Look at the section where his belly button should be. If your suit is open to the point where you can see like the tongue of your tie, I hate that so much. Do your buttons up, you lazy slob.
Take your hands out of your pockets as well. I didn't notice that. Oh no.
Everything that could be wrong with a suit is in that picture.
Robbie Bob's comment.
This is high class jogging. A shirt and a tie, says Will, can go with trainers, but a suit must have shoes, even if you get rubber soled. Agreed. Look, it's up to people what they want to wear. You know, we're not fascists. But if you're going to try and be a style icon, do it right.
This does lead into something else, though.
Stephen says, my son wore those skinny jeans. I told him to not make me a grandpa anytime soon. They look so tight. They must be cutting off circulation to things. One button is the normal way, says Xanth, but a flat stomach is advisable. Yes, if you've got a bit of a paunch, then it's not going to work for you. Not a tightly fitted suit like that. Nobody wants to see your lumps and bumps and flab. No, Tara, very much. Okay, so moving on anyway. Sorry.
As I was saying, this is leading into style and all those sort of things. Because we covered this slightly yesterday with the world's most expensive mask. Do you remember that, Joe?
Oh, vaguely.
Yeah, I know. I had to remind you earlier on that we were doing this.
Okay, if you say so.
The world's most expensive mask, 1.5 million quid. Dollars.
That's not it, by the way. Or
yes,
is
it
it?
is.
No,
that
that's
is
not the one I found.
Oh, they've obviously made multiple.
Okay, that's disgusting.
No. You don't get to say it's disgusting. It also comes with a bottle of sanitizer.
I don't care.
Look at
that. That looks like a cod piece. Who's putting that on their face? For goodness sake, they've taken a cheap cod piece, stuck a bit of Diamante on it, and they've charged $1.5 million. Somebody got robbed. Bearing in mind who made it, not surprising, really.
Well, 1 minute, we can go. No, we can have a look at the person who made it. The wonderful job that they've done.
Kaz is asking, is that a donkey's food bag?
It
may as well be.
There is so much to this story, this photo, rather. My favourite part, though, this is a very expensive item, $1.5 million. This geezer here is just poking at it with a pencil. What's he resting on?
Some kind of, I don't know, it's a magic 8-ball. Is someone going to buy it? Yes, no, maybe. Ask me later.
Anyway, that's the thing. Are there more pictures of it? This is an employee at the factory placing on the protective mask.
No, one doesn't make masks like this in a factory for $1.5 million. That's not a fact. Look at it. Look how cheap that is. Go to that hole. What?
That
Someone
hole
someone got robbed. This is the kind of thing you see off a dodgy market in Shoreditch.
is. Is this just like a sheet of plywood that's been bent round and had holes drilled in it? What the
I'm
heck's
telling
happening
you,
here?
this is a used codpiece, and they've just stuck a bit of bling on it. Someone seriously got robbed.
All the separate parts of the mask. There's the internal mask. There you go. There's then this metal armoured piece. And then there's the pretty design.
It looks like a tea strainer.
I'm sorry, what's going on with these holes?
Well, those are the holes they had to. What they did was they dipped the codpiece in epoxy resin. They drilled some holes in it to screw the bling pieces in with probably nuts and bolts, hit it with the stupid tea strainer thing, lined it with the other material thing, and then said 1.5 million quid. Someone said done, and they said you have been. Ridiculous. Absolutely.
What's happening with this strap? It looks marred to hell and back.
Well said, Philomena.
Andrew, mate, get your leather out and start making this bloody mask. All you need is some MDF from frigging B&Q, a tea strainer from B&M Homes or whatever the hell they're called, and a mask you can pick up from the frigging street.
Wolfie 498, thank you for this, Wolfie, and welcome. Hang on a sec, sorry, this is really important. Why did Fred Astaire wear baggy trousers? Plenty of ballroom. Ba-dum. Sorry, I had to read that out. Sequins would look better, says Johnny Red Pill Seed. I just think that looks rank. That looks rank. Break the silence. Thank you for joining us, says Blackadder's codpiece blinged up. It definitely does look like a codpiece.
It really does. We're going to look at a codpiece as well then, right? There you go. I'll just leave it on that picture while I go find a decent codpiece.
That honestly looks just awful. Kaz is asking, did they sell this on an East End market stall on Flea Market Friday? I wouldn't be surprised. Michael said, and it still doesn't bloody work.
Right, 1 minute. Here is the aforementioned item. Does anyone see a difference?
What is that? What? Okay, I'll admit now, I'm a bit green. I've only ever seen a codpiece on Blackadder. That's not what I was expecting.
No, that's because that's just obviously the inner part. You're thinking of the more...
The part that looks like that face mask. Yes.
Yeah, basically. But you're thinking of this part. What a weird piece of clothing.
Oh, God, I hate that.
An unbelievably weird piece of clothing.
What is that? Peekaboo. What is that? What is that? What's that Rick Mail character from Blackadder that used to turn up and thrust his pelvis out? For goodness sake.
Gordon's home, isn't it?
I can't remember. Someone in the chat will know. Oh, God, I hate that. That's awful.
Oh, 1 minute. What was the frigging name?
Lord Flashheart. Thank you, Roy Bob. Yes.
They're just before Roy Bob because I was actually looking at him.
Oh, good evening, Mr. Chumley Warner. Your timing's impeccable. Oh, God, I hate that so much. Looks like he's got like an abscess or something. It's... Please don't show us any more cod pieces.
Oh, 1 minute. I'm trying to find one better. I can't.
Will makes a good point. The codpiece obviously has a purpose. The question is, what was happening that somebody felt compelled to sign the codpiece?
Some of these pictures are so weird. Just so unbelievably weird. Like, this GIF here, this is normal in comparison to what you're about to see.
He's pointing something out. Oh, you guys are killing me. What is
What the
that? Oh
hell
my
is...
God. That looks like an oyster. What is it? Why is it so
One
high?
minute. 1 minute.
Why is it
First
so
off, like,
high up?
first off, like his face and hair and everything going on there, very, very weird. Then his neck. That does not look comfortable at all. The armour, 10 out. That's great. The codpiece, which is up by his bum. Suspicious.
I know. What's it doing there?
The pantaloons are a little high. And then the world's skinniest legs.
Yes, why is he so skinny?
Look at them.
You barely
They're
hold your body up.
freakish. He looks like a stalk.
Philomena suggests he's the after picture for wearing skinny jeans. That is awful. That's Crazy Legs Crane right there. I hate it so much. Who's it said? Yeah, Wolfie says very dandy.
Yeah, but it's like an early dandy. It's proto dandy. I don't like it at
Yeah.
all.
I just hate that so much.
He also used to put them onto their suits of armour.
Johnny Red Pill Seed says it looks like an infected hemorrhoid. Isn't the wrong? Oh God, no! What is that? What is that? The Horn of Plenty? Come on! Why is it? Come on!
What do you mean? There's nothing wrong with that. It's not like some others which are even more.
This is wishful thinking right now. I know some people enjoy fighting, but for goodness sake.
Could you imagine facing off against a horde of these men from the other side of a valley? You see that coming at you. These lads are excited.
Oh, God. This reminds me. This reminds me. Hang on. Someone to rest his pint. Oh, Bear's Bear. War boner. You have to hang your hats on. I can't speak. You'll grow into it. This actually reminds me of the scene. If anyone's watched the Carry On film, Up the Khyber. No, Carry On Up the Khyber. I'm not sure.
That's a great film.
The one where the English lift their kilts. Well, they're not the English, obviously. They're Scots or whatever. They lift their kilts to frighten off the foreign fighters. Or have I completely messed that up? I'm hoping some in the chat can correct it if it's wrong. Adjustable for all eventualities, says Michael. I've got to say, right, on an actual serious note now, if such a thing is possible, the armour's great, protection all, and, all parts are protected. What if you need to pee? Did people just pee in their suits?
Yes, absolutely.
Ooh, what if you need to do more than a pee?
Go beforehand.
What if you've got a dodgy stomach?
Don't get a dodgy stomach.
Wow.
What is happening here? 1 minute. This is actually worse on so many levels. This is what happens if the Vulcans ever got into fashion.
Oh my God. Oh, that's horrendous. Johnny Prowl suggests maybe it was so they knew which way to put the armour on. Was it Carry On Up the Kazi, Michael? Tiffin, I do remember that. Oh God, I hate these so much. Can we please stop?
No, I'm fascinated by this. What is happening here?
Is that
First
a human?
off, the fedora. But 1 minute, no, I don't think it is. It's a Vulcan, as pre-established. But you've got a fedora going on. You've got this weird, oversized coat.
Raincoat, flasher coat.
Specifically a raincoat. He's then got these weird little driving gloves sort of thing going on. And the cane. The cane is cool, I'll grant the cane. These trousers, they're so tight. They're acting as some sort of compression material. The boots, I'll give the boots a pass, fair enough. The waistcoat under the flasher jacket with the freaking hood. I didn't even get on the hood. And then the codpiece itself.
No, I hate it. I hate it.
Oh, IP freely, mate. You just missed your song.
This is like all of fashion had an accident, and it just all kind of got morphed into one thing with bits of everything, and I hate it.
He looks like a goth. He looks like the geezer out of My Chemical Romance.
English Bird says if you were walking towards him 100 meters away, you couldn't tell he was wearing trousers. Although he does look
do
like
a double
Ken
take
doll.
before putting it on the screen if he was wearing trousers or not.
Well, it'd be bloody uncomfortable if he had no trousers on, wouldn't he? Because those boots would chafe his legs, surely.
He looks so angry. He looks like he's going to kill his agent. What has happened? Why am I here?
Yeah, because obviously he had a look in the mirror before he was forced to step out. He was like, I'm going to kill my agent for this.
I hate this.
I hate this as well. Can we please stop looking at genitalia now and its coverings? Thank you.
Here we go. You're safe.
Moving on. Back to May Day. Actually, Jordan has something funny he wants to share with you. I think this might be the time for it. What do you think?
Oh, I do. I forgot, but thank you. I also like how you put the blame on me. You said, oh, George, something to show you.
Well, no, I found it, and I'm very proud of this. This was wonderful. And if anyone's seen this before, apologies, but it's the first time I've seen it. I thought it was hilarious. I do genuinely have a serious question, though. Who invented the codpiece and why? Because these weren't just for war. I mean, were they coming back from war and saying, I got kicked in the nuts? Can we do something about this?
No, I think they were just cool.
Fair enough. Okay, so little treat for you all.
Why do you need more of a reason for something than it's cool?
Fair enough. Right, everyone settle down. Turn up your volume. This is hilarious. Let's go.
Hey Siri.
Uh-huh.
Change my name.
Okay. What would you like me to call you?
H A H A H H A H A H A H A H A H H A H A A H A H A H A H A H A H A H A H H A H.
You would like me to
No.
That's so good.
It sounds like a bee that's deflating.
That's so good. So anyway, if anyone has Siri or any version of it, give it a try. Send in your best answers. We'll put them on the stream. That's so good. I literally found that about 10 minutes before the stream, before we were due to stream. And I was like, oh God, we've got to share this with everyone on the stream. So there you go. That's so good.
Yeah, that was good. It was even funny on the second time.
It'd be funny every time you hear it. It was just really, it's like Siri had a stroke. Oh, that was so good. There you go. So everyone go and abuse your Siri later on. Let us know how you get on.
I wonder if it would work just as well with the Google thing.
I'm sure anything that's voice activated like that. Good evening,
The
Aramis.
Google thing seems pretty useless.
Perfect timing. You've missed so much degeneracy tonight. You're so glad you just turned up. Honestly, that was so good. That sound with a PG tip Arab chimp. Scotty Nutjob.
That was amazing.
Oh, hello.
It appears I've run out of oil.
Oh, they were so funny. So yeah, we've got a few things coming up that we'd like to trial on a Saturday evening because, as you know, we're all about the laughter on a Saturday.
Hey, don't you cough. Don't take my thing.
I know how much you guys love my polls. So I think I'm going to run a poll. And I'm going to run one every week, let's say on the Wednesday show, maybe, or the Friday show. And I'm going to let you pick each week which thing we're going to do on the Saturday. And it will be democratic. So whichever one gets the most votes will be the winner for that week. But I will ask everyone to bear in mind, we don't want to do the same thing week in, week out. So do bear that in mind.
You're still picking what goes on the poll, so you can do that. You can tilt the scale a little bit.
I know, but you know, it's like if we keep asking for, say, adverts, it's going to become monotonous. So we want to break it up, for instance, even though they're obviously different adverts. So this is your interactive channel where you get to choose what you see. There you go. So we'll start that from this Friday, I think, because we found some just beauties online. Things that there's this channel. I used to watch this channel about maybe longer, 10 years ago. And it's hilarious. It claims to do something and it always fails. And it's just mock worthy. So that's one of the things. Anyway, we'll put them up. Put them up as a poll. And we'll see what you all think. So we'll get that ready for Friday. So you have to be here to vote because we're only going to put it here on the live chat. And yes, you now get to choose what happens on a Saturday evening. God help you all.
This is a good way of blaming chat.
It is. See, if this goes great, then we'll take the credit, and if it goes wrong, you'll get the blame, and that's just perfect.
It's almost as if we're becoming politicians.
No, never. No, I just couldn't be that corrupt or sell up my own family. Couldn't do it. Okay, so back to May Day. So who else is celebrating May Day around the world? And I don't mean the stupid commie version. I mean the true...
A proper version.
Celebration of rebirth, May Day.
I would imagine all European cultures.
Well, I don't know. I don't think they all do, but I think many might.
I would imagine all of them. I'm just looking into this now. Oddly enough, you put in May Day now, and rather than, May Day, instead you get the...
Commie walk version.
No, the aeroplane crashing sort of May Day.
Oh, no. We'll ask, will this vote be like in America or it will be fairly counted? This will be an open vote. We'll set it so you can only vote once, and the vote will be, we'll put the results up on the Discord so everyone can check and see. And whatever the winner is, that will be the winner. No do-overs and no dodgy people counting. Okay, what is this? Oh, okay. Let's read some of this, if you would, please.
Oh, thank you. The earliest known May celebrations appeared with the Floralia. Bloody hell, that was nasty. Festival of Flora.
What?
What? Shut up. Flora.
Right, so it's the Festival of Flora.
Thank you. Who would have...
Okay.
I didn't know you could speak, though. Well done.
Oh, the Roman goddess of flowers. I didn't know that.
I was still looking at the point. Mind flooded. Held from...
Can I just say, sorry to interrupt, important things. Good evening, Jonathan. And
good evening.
Johnny Not Pal says, easy for you to say. Philomene is asking, what was that, Jordan? Aaron says step 1, learn to speak. I would suggest step 2 is don't punch your microphone. So Francis says, come again. George just beating up on his equipment there. Temporary glitch, everyone, just as you were.
Yeah, I needed a reboot.
Okay, let's carry on. Come on, serious now. Let's be serious. Like you're reading the news. Lies, 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 more lies. Here's another lie for you. Have a rubbish night. Okay, look, we don't need to read the detail. We don't need to read the detail. Can we just have a list of the countries celebrating real May Day?
We can indeed have a list. It also happens in Turkey, which is slightly surprising. Anyway, Bulgaria, the Czech Republic,
Wow.
Estonia, Finland, France, Germany, Greece, Ireland, Italy, Poland, Portugal, Romania, Serbia, Spain, Sweden, Turkey, this country, as well as North America, mainly Canada and the United States. I can't really imagine the little Mexicans doing this. Do they even have spring in Mexico? Is it just too damn hot?
Well, that's a good point, actually. Do people recognise the seasons when they don't have them all? Or is it just...
I don't know.
What's the weather today? Hot. Hotter than yesterday? Yep.
To be fair, do we have seasons at the moment? It's just damn cold.
Well, we used to have 4, I vaguely remember. And then I think we went down to really 2. We kind of went straight from summer to winter and winter back to summer. We tried to have spring this year, but winter's just not going away. And I feel like we're going to go from this wintry weather straight into summer, whatever summer we may have. I will say, though, that just mentioning the gardening really quick. For those of you who don't yet have a greenhouse or any kind of makeshift area where you can grow plants that are protected from the elements, this year has certainly taught us all the importance of having one. I mean, I'm literally putting pots out during the day, bringing them in overnight. If I had a greenhouse, of course, I wouldn't have to do that. So if you can't afford to buy one, maybe look at some of these YouTube videos and learn how to make one. But the weather definitely has messed with my seedlings. The only ones that have thrived are those that I've kept indoors overnight. And all the others they just haven't grown at all in maybe 4 weeks. So, yeah. So I don't know if spring has already sprung, but we're supposed to be approaching, I mean, it's the 1st of May. We're supposed to be approaching summer, and I'm not seeing it.
No, I keep updating you on how the field is going. The field is not going very well. Back. The field is not going well at all. It looks pretty damn dead. We're going to copy Jonathan. Pop into chat.
Yes, please do. Jonathan says the seasons have shifted by 4 months now. Wow. Cockney Nutjob says, planted all my new herbs midweek. Good for you. English Will says, I have the fire on. I'm not going to lie. I've actually put the heating on many, many times. And it's just not right. Monty's suggesting we ask Greta. Now, I could bombard you with pictures of Greta. But I think
talking of the fire and Greta and all of that, did you see that they've now banned the sale of wet wood?
Yes, I did.
That's one of the things. Decide what we burn.
That's one of the things I was going to send you, actually. Or rather,
I saw that. Don't worry.
I did send it to you. I'm sure I did.
No, you didn't.
Oh, right. Okay.
I'm trying to find the article. Oddly enough, I can't. I'm going to have to pop onto Google.
I've also... So here's a few articles I found this week. We may cover some of these in more detail. Are you ready? I've got quite a few today. Right, so here are some of the articles that we're going to look through. Wood burners, sale of coal and wet wood restricted in England. COVID-19, thousands still sleeping rough despite government campaign to provide housing during the lockdowns. South Asians in the UK at greater risk from COVID, yawn. NHS jabs programme, the PM and his team masterminded, is the envy of the world. Yeah, you keep convincing yourselves of that. TV stars back COVID vaccine campaigners. More than 90% of over fives get jab. Doesn't tally with your statistics, though, does it? Liars. Man seen carrying wife's dead body through streets of India to be buried. This India thing is such a scam. They're using footage from something that happened last year in India, and I've got the information. I'll post it up in the Discord, actually.
Please do. I didn't know about that.
London,
Just in general, I have a real squiffy feeling about it because it's literally half the world away.
yeah.
We have no ability to verify anything ourselves.
It's basically they're using footage and video from a gas leak that occurred last year. But then we know that they've been using pictures of airplane hangars. They've taken actual shots from movies. So that's not to say that we can claim with any certainty what might be real and what might not be real. But what we can say is they are definitely lying and embellishing and misleading us about what's going on. This one's particularly good. London coffee shop faces backlash over racist and fattest signs. It's basically a piece of paper taped to a table that says, sorry, no fatties. And
Where's the racism there?
I didn't go any further into the story. Shall we have a quick look at this one? Shall we see what the racist aspect is?
Please do. I reckon it's because certain ethnicities have rather large posteriors.
Oh, shall we find out? Okay. Okay, do you know what? Yeah, I'll drop this one in the stream. This might be interesting. We should be supporting these businesses, by the way. We definitely should.
Yes. If someone says no fatties, we should definitely go along and just spend money with them like crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, take my money.
Absolutely, we should. Right, okay. Let's do this. Boom and boom. Here we go. Right, let's get this up on the screen. Hopefully everyone can see this. Give me a yes if you can see it. Good.
We can.
So this is from the Evening Standard. London coffee shop faces backlash over racist and fattest signs. There's that wonderful, glorious picture that I just mentioned. That's amazing. Oh, look, by Laura Sharman.
Philomena has said, oi, whales, go back into the sea where you belong.
I love this so much. Right, let's find out. What is their crime? What do they do? A London coffee shop has been embroiled in a racism and fat phobia storm over signs it displayed as a joke during the pandemic. Oh, were you joking? No, I don't think you were. Oh, brilliant. The name of the restaurant is called For Coffee. And its customers complained after the East London venue displayed sorry, no fatty signs on a bench outside while a chalkboard read, you're not pregnant, you're just fat. Wow. Referring to the coronavirus pandemic, another message displayed in January read, this is the longest that something made in China has ever lasted. Wow. Is that the racist thing? Is that it? That's amazing. A chalkboard displayed outside the cafe in Bethnal Green is regularly updated with cutting remarks, with many interpreting the messages as friendly banter. Of course it's banter. There's nothing personal. However, some customers and locals have complained about the cafe sign, sparking outrage on social media. Okay, first of all, some customers and locals have complained. We know who. Sparking outrage. We know who's doing this, 77th Brigade. Go away. One woman told Twitter followers she had reported the no fatty sign for hate speech. You're fat, aren't you? Why else would you care? How is it hate speech? You're just describing someone. Commenting on Twitter, one person said, hi at For Coffee. HQ. What the is this? Just got sent this by a friend, and before you defend us dark humour, it's not. It's fat phobia. The fact that there's a word for it. Amazing.
It is funny.
They go on to say, if the bench isn't strong enough to be sat on, then don't put it outside your coffee shop. Alternatively, make it strong so multiple people can sit. No. Just have a weight limit. I think there should be a weight limit everywhere. When you see people trying to ride horses and donkeys and they are just obese and the animal's legs literally buckle beneath it, there should be a weight limit. That is animal abuse. This is bench abuse. I totally stand by this cafe. Cafe was also accused of racism following a series of memes on its Twitter page, including a photo of a black man with a skin condition captioned, "When you haven't stolen anything in a week." Oh! Writer and presenter Shantae Joseph shared an Instagram video criticising the cafe, which she described as a rotting pile of bricks. Ooh, I bet that hurt. She said, "For Coffee is an aged coffee shop in Bethnal Green that thinks fat phobia, racism and rape jokes are a unique form of humour." Where's the rape joke? Maybe she just made that one up because people weren't offended enough. If you live in that area, suggest you find somewhere else to buy your coffee. I hope everyone who lives in Bethnal Green goes and gives them a good old thumbs up, show some support and go and buy some of their goods. A former employee told metro.co.uk that she regularly heard very problematic and oppressive stuff. Well, it's a cafe. Don't go there. Laureen Payette 22 said, "On my first day, they told me not to say sir or madam to anyone because it can annoy whatever they are." What? there's rainbow flags outside and inside the shop. It's attractive for queer people, but it's a marketing thing. He knows there are lots of queer people in East London, but the signs they have put up are very offensive. In 2019, the store also drew backlash for a transphobic meme, while other signs have displayed messages such as "Please don't feed the crackies." What's a cracky? What is that? Does anyone in the chat, what's a cracky?
I don't know.
A For Coffee spokesperson apologised on Instagram for any racially sensitive displays posted on behalf of the coffee shop. Okay, so they've basically apologised, said that they're a black person.
They've uber-cucked.
There's that message. There's that thing again. As a black person, nobody starts a sentence like that. Anyway, they've basically said it was mocking, not malicious, and so on. The Evening Standard is contacted For Coffee for comment. I suggest they're going to tell you to do one. Anyway, there you go. That's amazing. So it's called For Coffee, and it's in Bethnal Green. If anyone is there, do go and enjoy sitting your slim backside on one of their nice benches, and I guess buy some tea and coffee. So that's amazing. I can't believe that's actually. Yeah, that was. There you go. That was a nice little segue into the fat thing. What else have I got for the stories? Government has been forced to scrap the self-isolation rule for care home residents as barbaric after threat of legal action. That's good. Something to do with supermarkets and chicken cruelty. Like anything we're told is the truth now. Boris should delay lockdown roadmap due to prevent deaths, says Tony Blair Institute. Tony Blair, be gone, you poisonous little snake. Social distance rules on track to end by 21st of June with COVID tests to go to the pub. There are a bunch of transgender people complaining that adverts for sanitary products don't include them. So I want to ask everyone in the chat, if someone's advertising, I don't know, a drill, if someone's advertising... Sorry, I didn't realise I'd done that. I didn't realise. Jordan didn't leave. I muted him by mistake. I do apologise. But yeah,
I don't even know when you did that.
When I first put up the story. But you were talking then, so I don't know what the hell happened. But anyway. Oh, it was after the story. I probably closed you instead of it. Tech Boomer, hello. But anyway, yes. Has anyone ever bought a product because you're represented in the advert? Or have you ever bought anything that you're not represented in? What about a drill? Or some toothpaste? Do you have to be represented in an advert
No.
to buy the product? Of course you don't.
I couldn't care less. All I wanted to do is function.
Exactly. It's all about the product, not about the person advertising it.
Exactly.
So this is all me. This is what these people are whining about. I'm
Look,
not represented.
all I'm saying, they were given representation in adverts a long while ago. They didn't like it.
Well, that's a good point.
You know the advert I'm thinking of, Joe?
Yep. Well, no, they don't want just any representation. They want the correct representation. They want to be made to look like gods and heroes.
I would love to put it on the stream, but I can't. It's tragic.
Sure you can.
I don't think I can.
Yeah, you can. It was on television, wasn't it?
Television. I wasn't thinking of that one.
Which one were you thinking of?
Yeah, the material that's kind of toothpaste, but not really.
Oh no. No, we don't want that.
Ah, I told you.
We definitely don't want that. It would be funny though. But no, we don't want that. So basically they're upset because they're just pretending to be something they're not, and no one's falling for it, I guess. Another headline we've got is hug your loved ones again in just over a fortnight thanks to vaccine success. They're literally admitting that you don't have permission to do this. So yeah, I'm a bit tired of it all, but I'm definitely going to delve into some of these stories. If you have any stories, anything important, especially regional stuff that we won't necessarily hear about, please do let us know. Drop some links on the Discord, especially if it's important, if it's about freedom or your rights. And yeah. So anyway, getting back to May Day, do we have any other lovely pictures of May Day celebrations?
There are many lovely pictures. I'll go find them. Find
one with a village fete, please, because I just think that's the epitome of kind of normal living, you know, being inside of your community, doing things with people that you care about. And all these fetes were wonderful. Children were playing egg and spoon races, and there were, you know, cake stands, and you could drink tea, have afternoon tea, and it was just lovely. Let's have a look. Did you mention the Morris dance as well? They've got rid of the Black Morris.
I guess. Do you want to cover that first?
We can do.
Fair enough, we'd do that and then we'd pop back to the pictures.
Yes, leaving your front door open. It's been many a year since people have been able to do that.
Here it is. May Day Morris dancers wear blue makeup over racism concerns.
So not worried about impersonating the police then?
But not upsetting the Smurfs either.
Well, I wouldn't. I would say that's such a dark blue. It could almost be conceived as maybe black from a distance. But anyway,
a group of Morris dancers have changed their face paint from black to blue over concerns, or following concerns over racism. Members of the Hook Eagle Morris men showcased their new look as a performance near Hook, Hampshire, to mark May Day dawn earlier. Statement issued last year calling for dancing groups to eliminate the use of false black makeup. Dancer John Ellis, 70, said it was by far and away the biggest change in the group's 30-year history. Yes, it is quite a large change.
Just on this subject, really quickly, Johnny Not House is asking, when you choke a Smurf, what colour does it turn?
Purple.
Right, go on, please carry on, sorry.
Oh, right, thank you. The call to stop the use of black makeup on the face was issued by cross-country group The
County.
Joint Morris County, thank you. I don't know why I said country. Anyway, the county group Joint Morris Organisations in June in response to the Black Lives Matter movement.
Oh, for goodness sake. If you don't like how they look, don't look at them.
In a statement, it said its traditions do not operate in a vacuum.
Of course they
What?
do. You have the choice
Well,
to embrace them and enjoy them, or you can ignore them. Of course they do.
Exactly. If you start to change bits and bobs of a tradition, it's no longer a tradition. It is something else.
All behaviour operates in a vacuum unless it's mandated, unless you are forced to watch it or experience it. And no one is forced to experience this. Walk away.
This
Just-
is what I've never really understood about these people. Why is it painting your face a certain colour is somehow bad?
It's
Why
not.
does it matter? It's not aimed at anyone. It's nothing to do with other people. It is a thing. Like, why is it bad? What exactly is the difference between painting one colour and then working down the coal mines and getting filthy, or being a mechanic and getting filthy? What exactly is the difference?
Well, they're going to try and claim it's intent, aren't they? But as Aramis says, who said wearing black makeup was racist? It has nothing to do with impersonating black people. No black person has ever Morris danced. And that is a very valid point. These people aren't blacking out their faces to impersonate or mock black people. This is a very specific tradition, specific to the British Isles, nothing to do with black people at all. So black people must take offence at anything, or certainly the politicised black people like Black Lives Matter. If all black people walked around with white paint on their faces, I wouldn't care. You go nuts. I don't care, because you're nothing to me. You don't affect me. I'm not
Exactly,
so
it's
fragile
irrelevant.
that seeing white paint on your face triggers me somehow. I don't care. Why don't you leave other people alone to do the things they want to do? They're not harming anyone and they're not breaking the law. And you go and focus on your own business and stop interfering with everyone else's. I'm so incredibly tired of these people. Just the interference is constant.
It's never ending. It's because they're busybodies and they like to be the victim. Which is
Hypothetical.
ironic considering...
Go on, sorry.
Go on. I was just going to carry on reading this.
Oh, well, I was just going to say, hypothetical. What if black people join the Morris dancers? Would they be
They're gonna
then
have to paint
forced
their
to
face
paint
white.
their face white? Exactly.
Yes.
Where
Yes,
does this
absolutely.
Where does this nonsense end? This is ridiculous. Just before you carry on, there's a few nice comments here. Jonathan mentions cheese rolling, and Johnny Redpillseed says hook a duck, the lovely things we used to have at Fates. I'm sure hook a duck will be shut down by PETA. And cheese rolling, I don't know, you're going to upset the vegans or something. Catching the grease pig. I know that used to go on in farming towns and villages. Does that still happen? Does anyone know? Well, rather, not catching the grease pig is the point, isn't it?
Probably incredibly cruel when you can't do it anymore.
Yeah. How is it cruel, though? Because, I mean, it's just a slippery pig. It's not like you're going to catch it, then torture it. It's a game. Johnny Not Pal says, I told my wife that she drew her eyebrows a little high when she did her makeup today. She looked surprised. Zant says, traditions are traditions, nothing to do with anyone else. Indeed, if you don't like our traditions, guess what? Don't involve yourself in them. Very simple. Guess the weight of the penny jar. There was also guess the number of pennies, wasn't it? And you'd win the pennies, presumably. Right, I'm just... Space Drone says, good evening, Space Drone, says, blackface is a slur against the working class. I wonder if it's mocking the people that used to go down the mines. To be honest, I'm so tired of all this trying to second guess these people. Just you do you and leave everyone else to it, honestly. This is probably the most accurate statement regarding this. The paint doesn't cause hurt. The people complaining just trying to coerce advantages from claiming victimhood. Victimhood is very, very lucrative, unfortunately.
Because then you get to sit around and complain about it, and you get to write articles for The Guardian and further complain about it, and then it starts a big conversation, which means suddenly you're in demand.
Monty is, thank you for joining us, Monty. It says, where's all the money? Black Lives Matter. Well, I believe the leader spent it on property, didn't she? £3 million worth of property.
I didn't know that, but I'm not surprised.
I guess they don't look out for each other after all. Jonathan's saying, I can't wait till Chippenham Wiltshire Folk Festival. When's that on,
That's
Jonathan?
exactly what I'm showing off now.
Very nice. Let's have a
this
look.
Is lovely. There we go.
Weekend planned out. So what kind of things occur during this festival?
If you were looking at the screen, you would have seen there's loads of pictures.
Yeah, I can see the pictures.
Of
I can't see the detail.
General street happiness.
Oh, look at that. Is there anything showing specific things that they're doing? Can you see?
Well, they're doing a lot of Morris dance. Yeah, lots of parading around.
Wow. So many people are there to support them. That's absolutely wonderful.
But that was my big thing. Like, that's a lot of people.
What's the court jester thing?
What do you mean court jester thing?
If you look down the third row, bottom right there, see Chippenham Folk Festival. There's a jester.
Oh, flipping him. No, it's just an advert for it.
Is that relevant to it? The jester.
I have no idea. Find out when it is. Go away. They go 28th to the 31st of May.
Wonderful. Well, there you go. If anyone is close, get over there and show support. Jonathan, if you do go, and I'm sure you will, please take some footage or take some pictures of the kind of events going on during the festival. That'd be wonderful. And we can showcase them on the stream. That would be wonderful. Early bird tickets. How much is a ticket? Just out of interest.
You asked literally just as I clicked.
No, it's fine. Do the thing you're doing first.
Line up and ticket sales here. This is a separate website. They opened up in a new window. One screen for viewers.
One screen? What does that mean?
£33 for the entire weekend. I'm not entirely sure what a multiple viewer is. We'll find out.
I want to know what you get for your money.
What I can do, actually. Anyone who's interested, there's actually a lot there by the looks of that. I'm going to pop it into chat.
Yeah, please do. I can't read any of that, unfortunately.
It's just a list of artists, basically.
So it's a music festival as well, or an entertainment festival, rather.
There's a lot of people there.
My goodness,
I'm still scrolling.
There's quite the lineup.
That's what I said. There's a lot of people there. There's a lot of stuff going on.
Michael's saying what I should have realised. It's online. That's what the screen tickets are for. So you can watch it on your devices. It's actually clever.
Fair enough.
It's actually clever.
It is.
It's a good way to bump up their money, because obviously arranging these things does cost money. So what kind of events are taking place? Is there an events section? Or are we kind of on that section now?
I think we're on that section now. You just need to read through it and see what's going on, basically.
Okay.
No, I said it's not.
Yeah, thank you, Jonathan.
It's not a small amount of stuff to read through.
No, there's a hell of a lot going on. That sounds like a wonderful family day out if anyone is able to get there. And the link's in the chat if you want to look further into it. In fact, that's something we should all start doing. Festivals like this, very sort of traditional festivals. If there is one occurring anywhere near you or you're made aware of one, please do share it. Share it on the Discord and we'll give it a shout on the stream. And then if anyone is able to travel to it or is close enough to get there, then obviously we can send a few more people along. And you can use it as a really great opportunity to network with other people who are very much pro-traditional ways, which is the kind of community, of course, that we want to build. So, wonderful.
Jonathan has gone on to update us and say most of it is free.
Oh, nice. That must be for
which makes a lot of sense.
That must be for the music and stuff then, to get like seats in the shows and stuff. I still very much like the idea of it. Okay, so back to the village fates then. Michael's suggesting that there's a Chester Folk Festival as well. Very nice, in Cheshire.
That was a part of it. They've teamed up together.
Oh, nice.
There are some pictures of some lovely fates.
Okay, let's have a look.
What I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to put that in there. There you go. You guys can now see these things in big boy view.
My goodness, you looked up the English Village Fate and it actually is showing an English Village Fate. Is there a glitch?
It's a novel. What's going on here? Is that a cat? Oh, you can't see the picture's too blurry. No, I think it's just somebody in the background. But it kind of looks like a cat.
That's the tallest cat in the world. Jonathan says, just going back to that last comment, there's always lots of crafty men and women. These are the people that you could learn from, definitely.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
Pick up crafts. Dafford is saying as well, I don't know if it's on this year, but Whit Friday brass band competition in Saddleworth is well worth seeing. Yeah, again, if anyone has actual details of dates and times for any of these organisations or any of these events, please let us know and we'll happily share them.
Mm. These are lovely.
Stephen says we have festivals here. Is that the same thing? I think so, yes. I mean, when we call something a fete, and it's just another word for festival. So, yeah. Fates, says Roy Bob, are all about homemade cake. Yeah, we often have cake stands, don't we? And you can have afternoon tea on the green and various other things going on.
Get to sit on some hay bales.
Yes. So, yeah, wonderful. Right, so let's focus on these pictures. Can you just zoom in a bit more on that picture, please? Okay, so what is that? Is that some kind of bowling thing? What is that?
It's like a little old deer playing bowling.
Is that like the hammer thing? Only it's laid down?
This may well be. I'm not entirely sure. This is a very strange game of balls. I don't like the safety jackets. Ruins it all.
No, but they have to have people there, in case people pass out or have other problems.
But you don't.
The ones I
Skittles,
remember,
there you go.
The ones I remember going to in the past, you'd always have a St. John's ambulance somewhere in the corner or a couple, and they'd have these sort of voluntary paramedics walking around, just walking through the crowds, keeping an eye on things. Oh, Roy, I don't like that. She's playing cokes out the badger. Yes, Cass, a Tudor house, or certainly in the Tudor style, that looks lovely. Johnny Not Pound says cake is judged on how moist it is. I might do a cake only fans. Oh God, please don't. I don't like the idea of that at all. Phyllis Bear, oh, you've been a bit ageist here, says it's for the kids, Granny. Now, this is what we're talking about. a crude setup, loads of fun. This is how we roll. What a good
This
idea.
looks fun.
I love these so much. I love that they've got children taking part in these things. I think a lot of children don't appreciate anything that doesn't come with an on button. And it's up to us to change that. Will is asking, is she bowling with manure? It does look like it, doesn't it? They do have a few horses, and it does look a
Some
bit.
big old coconuts.
It does look a bit horse poo shaped, but yes, I do believe they're coconuts. Can you imagine, though? They must stink if they're not. That kid seems far too happy. Yeah, she did miss by a mile, Johnny Red Pilsey, but maybe it's going to curve. You know, a bend it like Beckham type thing. Oh, that's a good point from Roy. Yes, not a rigged fairground game in sight. Those fairground games used to drive me nuts. You know, the ring toss thing? And they made it so the ring would never actually go over the thing it's supposed to. I love this. I love everything about this. It's so incredibly English. And these will probably...
What we should do...
Go on, sorry.
So I was going to say, what we should do is have a stream on games.
I think you're
all
going to
these
say
sort
gay
of games
then,
that we used.
reason.
No. Well, I started to stutter. We should have a stream on all these sorts of old games that people used to play. Because there's loads of local variants and things like that.
Well, I tell you what, I'm going to add that to my list for the poll. And the poll will be up. I will put the poll up on... We'll do this every week, just while we're on the subject. I will put the poll up on the Wednesday stream. And drop the link to the poll. We will read the results on the Friday stream. And we will present the results on the Saturday stream. This is how it's going to work. So you have to be in it to win it, as they say. Be there or be square. If you want to have a say, you're going to have to turn up and vote. And we're not going to put the links anywhere but the live stream. So if you're not there, you don't get a say. This is wonderful. Pallets for the win. What does that say? The what T10?
Tiny T10.
Oh, that's so cute. It does look like it's going to fall apart, I've got to say. I'm not too convinced about those poles.
Wonderful.
Those poles look dodgy.
What's your issue with? They look fine.
Well, they're not.
They look sturdy.
They're not vertical, for starters.
Who cares? You don't need them to be vertical.
That yellow one's about to lay down.
No, because it's being pulled back by the canvas.
I will say...
You have no faith in engineering, do you? None whatsoever.
No, it's more like people are infallible. Monty makes a good point. Can't see any English flags. It's a really good point. I can't see them either. Haven't seen one yet.
I agree with that. Do you remember the good old days when you were allowed outside, Joe?
Oh, my goodness. Look at all those people embracing freedom. Look at them all breathing free air. How wonderful. Talking to each other. Touching each other, and not in a weird way either. Shaking hands, hugging each other. Greeting old friends. How wonderful. Yeah.
The flag game needs some work, but just in general, they're still lovely.
I'll take those flags. I would like to raise them to, a St. George cross, but I would like to see nation flags. I would like to see everyone proud to be from whence they came.
I'd like to see county flags.
Oh, that might be a bridge too far at the moment. Let's just get our nation's flags sorted first. But I do agree.
I do wish some of these pictures were bigger. Like, flipping heck. How do you take pictures this small?
Zoom lens, it's looking like. It's nice to see children are there, though, and enjoying these. Little paddling pool there on the right-hand side. This is wonderful. Just wonderful. Yeah, if anyone wants to start a company making like flag bunting. I think this is going to be a big deal coming up in the future, even on a local level. We definitely need to start doing these locally, though, getting people together, even if they're just street events to begin with. You can set up basic stuff for the children to do, like they've done there, a little paddling pool for the toddlers and the babies. You could have sort of safe games for children to play, things like Skittles, and I don't know.
What do you mean safe games?
I mean,
What you actually mean?
Because they're going to be on the street. You don't want their skin being scraped off.
What you actually mean is tug of war.
Not on a street. A tug of war is not.
They're having a great time.
Yeah, but it's men who take part in tug of war, not children.
No, children can do it.
I know they can, but it's traditionally men, though, isn't it? Adult men.
Yeah, but children can. Where do they start?
Well, I don't know. These don't seem to be doing that well. Got to say, maybe more children should practice. Bouncy castles, yes, Stephen. Yeah, this is a test of manhood. I think all men should engage in tug of war, and it builds teamwork, right? Legitimately builds teamwork. You've got to work together to win. This is clearly either a cricket team or they're LARPing, I would suggest, because they're all dressed in white. And that chubby bloke at the back there looks like an umpire.
I was about to say, to be fair, this gives it a bit, but I'll let it pass.
But that's such a simple thing.
Look at the hats.
These guys...
The women from work, ignore that. Just look at the hats.
These guys are not messing about. This is coordination. They are working as one. I kind of love this.
What do you mean, kind of?
These are the kind of things that cost very little to arrange.
Yeah, this is just some rope. Just get together and pull a rope.
But I will stand by my point that you can't do things like this on the street, and I'll tell you why. Because look at their boots are digging into the lawn that they're standing on. They need that kind of leverage.
Mm-hmm.
On gravel, you just slide.
Of course. You just go to the local beach, you'll be all right.
I like that very much. Okay, what else we got? So tug of war is one. What else is sort of tiny amount of investment?
Oh, Skittles, obviously. Anything already.
Yeah, because you're basically buying the equipment once, aren't you? And you're using it repeatedly. Mm-hmm. Do we have any things like, can you find pictures of cake stands or anything like that? Afternoon tea?
Oh, yes. Probably could.
Little aunt sandwiches. Little sandwiches with a crust cut off. Space Drone says cement is for hardcore players. Get your skin in the game, or lose your skin in the game.
Just get good.
Maybe they should practice on grass first. Daffyd says we still have the big stones in the park for people to lift. That's a good idea. Using nature's toys. Cockney Nutjob says, I can't disagree with this. This is hilarious. The other end of the rope is attached to a fat pink-haired feminist. What, just one? Kirby is the greatest game. Do you mean traditional Kirby, where you kick a ball at the curb and then it comes back and you kick it again and you keep going? Oh, welly throwing, says Monty. Stones of strength, Daffyd calls it. Jordan's boiling the kettle. It's powered.
I am indeed. I'm also going to turn the light because I can't bloody see anything. I will be back in 1 second.
Okay. Oh, potato sack race. Yes, egg and spoon race. Again, these things cost very little, and can give hours of entertainment. Cake only fans. I genuinely hate this idea, honestly. And I'm kind of getting to the point where I agree that the word moist is kind of pornography. Bocce ball. Is it bocce or bocce? I can never remember. I've only ever seen it written. Will, and I can't remember what it is. Can you explain, please? Bodron says the fat pink feminist has to be kept away from that cake table by the rope gang. There you go. Croquet. Yes, it's another good one. Dog show. We used to have these local dog shows, didn't we? Kind of a small local version of crafts. And prizes were given out to the winner. Dog and pony show, yes. It has another meaning these days, doesn't it? Yeah, please. Oh God, moist. Archery. Jordan would love archery. He doesn't believe in health
I
and
very much
safety at
do. I
all.
want to get into it.
Cat lady show. No, come on. We've already given the feminists a job. I used to not mind the word moist, but I do now hate it. It's just it has connotations. And putting moist and OnlyFans in one sentence is just. Ugh. Oh, look at those cakes. Thank you, Will. I had a feeling it was, but I wasn't confident. And it is pronounced bocce. Thank you. Spear throwing. Well, I suppose it's basically javelin, isn't it? So you would have a competition to measure the length of the throw, the distance covered. What do you think about that, Jordan?
I'd do it.
Oh my goodness, look at those. They do look nice. And also, if I recall correctly, didn't people used to have best flower prizes? And yeah, veg. There you go. Roy Bob has just jumped on the same idea. A veg competition. Who's got the biggest parsnip? Oh, we've seen some amazingly large vegetables while we've been looking for material for these shows. Weird things. The jumble, yes, the jumble sale or the tombola. Remember the old tombola? You used to have it in a big metal cage and you'd spin it round with a crank handle. You could do something like this, though, couldn't you? And sell raffle tickets and have some prizes. And the raffle tickets would cover the cost of organising. Ooh, look at those beauties. And the thing is, if you did this on a regular basis, starting off with your street, you could get together with other communities and start making it a regular thing. And then it would start to gain in popularity. You'd have actual people come down, experts come down to do things like the judging. That's amazing. There's a good game. Guess the weight of the fatty, Johnny Not Powell. The only problem is we'd ban them, wouldn't we? Because otherwise they'd eat all the cakes. So
I've got an even better game.
Go on. There's so much to comment on this picture. There's so much to comment on this picture. I don't know where to begin.
Just Jeremy's face. Just that. Like.
Jeremy's sitting there with his veg in his hands as usual. It looks like he's twitching. They caught him mid-twitch.
I think somehow Jeremy Corbyn wins the prize for being the least sincere politician ever.
Oh no!
Look at that face.
Oh, why did you kill him? What have you done?
Where'd he go?
Bring him back!
Oh no, I accidentally closed it. 1 minute. I'm bringing it back. We can't deliberately kick him off like that.
Oh, Made in Cornwall, we're so grateful to have you. 7:30, my darling, every night. Oh, every night that we stream. So that's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday every other week, Friday and Saturday. Remember the time, and then the days will follow. Concerned look on his face.
I do wish this picture was bigger. Once again, what is it with these people and tiny pictures? What? The geezer on the right, what is that face?
Oh, I don't know. I hate that. That is cringe.
Is this Jeremy Corbyn trying to be a normal person?
Trying to be the man of the people. Can I just point out something that Stephen has said, which is absolutely correct? The millionaire communist. These communists all talk the talk, don't they? But they've all got, riches and savings and nice homes and properties.
1 minute.
That's all Xanth has to say. Crap tie.
It's still better than dying Abbott.
Oh, Will says Jeremy is going to donate that to the LGBT wing of the party.
All I did was put in village feet veg. And
Well,
that came up along with this geezer.
I think calling Jeremy Corbyn a vegetable is a bit harsh, don't you? Oh, look, it's his baby. He's in love. I've never seen a man so happy. Yeah, his brother is quite based, Johnny Red Pill Seed. But ultimately,
It's probably just years and years and years of pushback against Jeremy.
yeah, it's like he resents that his brother's such a woke cuck.
Basically, Jeremy Corbyn. He just resents that he exists.
Well, that's truly impressive. Fair play. You could make a couple of
told you
stews
it's
with
amazing.
that.
Oh, this is lovely, this one, coming up.
Maybe we should
Although,
donate
once
these
again,
to
it's
third
been
world
taken-
countries. That would feed a village for a
taken-
week.
On a very tiny picture, and I don't know why.
So they've made that look like a flower show with all vegetables. I'm kind of impressed by that.
It's very pretty. I approve of this.
I do like that very much. The way they've made radishes, and I don't even know what they are at the back because the picture's so tiny, unfortunately. But they've made them look like roses. It's kind of clever.
I believe they are
You're going to say cauliflower?
cauliflower. Yeah, I think they're cauliflower, and the red things may be beetroots.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Did I say radishes? Oh, never mind.
You did.
So where they got the front, they've got rhubarb, spring onions, cucumbers,
French beans.
tomato towers. Is that peppers? And the bowls on the right and the left.
Indeed.
There's some mint there. I can see some herbs, basil. What's that at the back? Coriander. Leeks. There's so much
Some
there.
basil.
That does look really.
Oh, there's some
impressive.
Swiss chard as well. It's rather pleasant. This is very nice. There's your beetroots, love.
I've just noticed as well. There's some packets of seeds on the front there. Clever.
Ooh, there it is. Good spot.
The man from This Is Why We Fight. He say yes. Yeah, we need to start bringing these back. These little, again, you can do this as a street thing and start spreading them. We've got to restart these traditions, but it means committing to them. It means making them happen. I think things like this. Who on earth is going to have an issue with things like these? Who in your neighbourhood is going to say, "Oh no, add a word that you don't like"? Harvest festivals, yes, Kaz. Well, they used to happen in schools. I don't know if they still do. It's been a few years since I've been at school. But yes, we could start with a harvest festival. And then we could gradually introduce things like a May Day fete or a festival. We could have summer fetes. We need to bring these things back. We need to remind the English and the Welsh and the Scots and the Irish of exactly who they are, where they come from, and the things that they are proud of. We need to start being openly proud of these things again. Because there's nothing wrong with it. It's just wonderfully wholesome. And that's why the people who shut all these things down do so. Because it's wholesome. Because it's healthy. Because it's good for us. Yeah, there you go. Cockney Nutjobs nailed it. No yams or planting, racist. I'm sure someone will find a reason to call that racist. But I genuinely think these are the things that can bring communities together. Hell, I'm sure everyone's tired of talking about all the things that have gone wrong. Maybe for some people that would be the key. Talk about the things that we can do that are wonderful. When we talk about visualizing the future we want to see, there are steps we can take individually to make these a reality, even if we start small. And one of those can't speak now. One of those visualizations could actually be having something like a little market once a year in your street, or in the field behind your street. Doesn't have to be anything professional or specific. It can just be a group of people coming together, just setting up a few games for the children. Hell, start off with a picnic or a barbecue. Doesn't have to be grand. There's plenty of time to get there. It's all about
things
bringing
like
people together. Go on, sir.
it'll be a good start for tomorrow, considering tomorrow is the not Party in the Park. I forgot the name of it.
Stand in the
Jonathan
park.
will remind me. Stand in the Park. Thank you.
That is actually a good idea. Yes, start using your local park as a starting ground for this. Take a picnic. Take a barbecue.
It might be a little cold doing it tomorrow, but do it anyway.
It doesn't matter. As long as you've got a coat or a jumper, just do it. Take your children, wrap them up warm, if necessary. Maybe take some music. Nothing, none of that WAP rubbish. Actual music, something calm and soothing, or just fun with a good beat. Something that you can turn down so you don't, annoy anyone. And just talk to people. Just say, we're having a picnic. Would you like to join us? Or we're having a barbecue. Would you like to join us? Or even if you go down to your stand in the park, arrange it for next Sunday, or the Sunday after that, or the Sunday after that. Maybe you can split the work. You can have someone provide the barbecue, and someone else provides the meat, and someone else provides the buns, and someone else provides the salad, and someone else brings the music. This is how it begins. Stephen, don't ask. Seriously. Yeah, look it up. I'm not going to say it on the stream. It's vile what it is. And it's aimed at our children. Just think on that. And they censor things like one of my favourite Christmas songs, because it says things like, what was it?
To be fair, that is an awful song, and the man has no teeth.
Okay, I know you hate the song, but I'm talking about specifically attacking the lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
You're a drunk, you're a punk. No, you know the song.
You've forgotten the words.
Yeah, I have forgotten the word.
Cheap lousy faggot is the only part of it I know.
Right. Well, that's enough. Right, so that's been censored, but this WAP is allowed to go on national radio, and it's aimed at our children. We want to get our children to be focused on the things that matter. You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap, lazy faggot. Thank you, my stepdad's not mean. Yeah, so, if we don't want our children to place importance on these nasty things, we can't just say no because children rebel. Okay, we've all been told no, right? And we're rebelling. Rebellion is in our nature. So what we need to do, instead of just telling them, no, you can't have this thing, is give them an alternative, something better. And what we're giving them is traditional values, wholesome stuff. If you can do something with your children that they think is incredibly fun, they will look forward to it the week after, and they will start to move towards that thing. So, Three Blind Mice. Why are we all quoting Three Blind Mice right now?
Because it's a good little song.
It is.
3 blind mice. 3 blind mice. See how they run. I forget the rest of it.
They all run after the farmer's wife who cut off their tails with a carving knife. Did ever you see such a thing in your life as 3 blind mice? She cut off their tails. Why are they blind? And how did they chase the farmer's wife? Oh my God, I seriously overthink things. But yeah, so this is our time. This is our time to shine. This is our time to shine, and this is our time to show the next generation. The things that we value, we need to show them exist. There's no point talking about, oh, do you remember this? And then doing nothing to bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
There are things that we can do right now. I'm not rapping Fearless Bear, promise. That's never going to happen. But yeah, we can do these things. We can do these things on a small scale or a large scale. And if you cannot do these things with your neighbours for whatever reason, invite your family over. But say to them, we're going to set everything up. We're going to take it all over to the park. So that you've got support there before you begin. It's far easier to talk to strangers when you've got people there that you know. But these are such a good opportunity for people to network. And we don't get to sit here and say we tried everything unless we try everything. And we don't get to sit here and say, oh, well, we've lost and just give up. When we stop trying, we've already given up. As long as we keep trying, we haven't. So it's important that we be the example we want other people to follow. And I think, honestly, if you were to turn up and do something like this in your stand in the park, a lot of other people would follow suit or they'd join you. Mm-hmm. I think people are screaming for community right now. And
especially after being locked indoors for months on end.
And probably wondering where it is.
Especially given that we don't know if this will happen again. You know, we sit here and we know that, yes, eventually it will happen again, but the average person sitting there probably thinking this may happen again soon. So they're going to try and get out and meet as many like-minded people at the moment as they can.
Yeah. Exactly. You know, there are a lot of people who just don't really have a clue as to what's really going on, and they're playing things by ear. But I do genuinely believe that people are crying out for community. And for those of us who know what's potentially coming and how very vulnerable we are to losing the little bit of freedom we gain each time, this is a prime opportunity to network before the next lockdown occurs or the next thing happens. Yeah, Will makes a really good point here. It's an effective outreach because you're doing something people enjoy. And Will created a fantastic article. It's on our website. If you want ideas for...
I'll go grab the link.
Yes, please do. He's written down loads of ideas for ways to ice break, to start conversations with people. I'm going to steal something from Nick Unwashed, which I heard him, I saw him write in one of the chats he's in. And it's an amazing concept. When you go out and talk to people, you can hide your power level. You don't have to go straight into demographics. You don't have to go straight into tyranny. Start with the things that you have in common. Let people talk. Be the listener. You're going to learn a hell of a lot more about someone's position if you listen and let them speak.
Mm-hmm.
What's this, Space Drone? Now with Amazon Prime Friend Zone, you too can have your very own diverse community. What the hell is this? Oh, please say it's not true.
I'm going to look that up. It doesn't sound true.
I hope it's not.
Watch the Friend is TV show.
Ah.
I don't know much else about it.
Still, if Amazon are in charge of it, it can't be good.
Did you see how much money Amazon have made?
I dread to think.
1 minute, I will find it. I'm blown away by this. This is a freaking heck. I'll bring the article up on the stream, actually. And we may cover this in the future properly. No, I do not BBC account. You can go away. Amazon hopes pandemic habits stick after profits triple.
They're not even pretending.
No, the pandemic could herald a golden age for Amazon. Amazon are the latest blowout results from tech this week. Apple, Facebook, Microsoft, and Google's parent firm Alphabet have all reported big sales increase a year after the start of the global pandemic. There is a saying from, no, it's not a saying, a quote from Charlie Munger. And it is, from memory, show me the. I'll find the actual quote. It's like, show me the incentives and I'll show you the result.
That doesn't surprise me at all. I still hate the fact that they keep saying that the reason for these changes in behaviours are the pandemic. They're not. They're the lockdown.
Oh, it's kind of close. Sorry, show me the incentive and I'll show you the outcome. That's this. This is the incentive. So when people will say, oh, they're not making money out of it, oh, why would the government do this and crush the economy? It's because these people here are the ones pulling the strings.
I agree.
We will go into this in future. Revenue rose from $75 billion to $108 billion for the first 3 months. Yeah, that's definitely gone up.
Wow. Like 7 million profit increase in a year. But this is because of lockdown. People were forced to buy online because part of the scam was that you can no longer go to supermarkets unless you've got an allocated frickin' slot and you have to wear a mask. So people were relying on home deliveries and then they couldn't get slots because people were taking delivery slots that didn't need them. And then people who couldn't get out at all were being forced to buy online elsewhere. Will says Amazon should have to pay into a fund for small business revitalisation. It's not right how they manipulate the market. It's not right, but unfortunately, companies like Amazon are always going to be in the position they're in. The only way for us to beat them is to create our own market, our own group of businesses, and we use only our own. I would love to forego Amazon. If there was a place I could go for all the things I need to buy from Amazon, if I could buy those elsewhere from people who are just normal small family businesses, I would do it every time.
A lot of times you can. The problem is Amazon get you on the bloody postage. The Amazon postage is very, very cheap. To an extent that small businesses simply can't replicate it. Like I've bought something a couple of months ago, and on Amazon, obviously it was free postage. When I went to the company's site, 35 quid. That's a lot. That's ridiculous. It was almost half the price of the item itself.
Well, this is how
That's
they
just
get
not
us.
worth it.
They know
Exactly, it's just not worth it. As much
compete.
as I would like to not buy from Amazon, the reality is, in that example, it just made sense to buy it from them and shut up.
Of course, the way to beat this is to have lots of these businesses open all over the country. Because the postage charge covers nationwide postage. But if you were able to go to a local store, you could collect your parcel or just shop like a normal person. Just go in and pick some stuff and pay for it. So the more of us that have businesses that sell the kind of things we're going to need, the more of us are likely to get it. It has to be a concerted effort. We can't all sit here in our little separate groups thinking, oh, if only there was this. These things exist. Again, we need to network. We need to find these things. We need to find a way to network so that we are all connected. And what better time to do that? Well, we've got access to the internet. I wonder if it's some people want a sense of control over this, or I don't know. I wish people would put aside their egos genuinely and all just agree to work together. But I also wish people would put aside their nasty optics and make it easier for everyone to be involved with everyone else. This is make or break time, and I really do wish people would see the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is this. The enemy is the government, and the only way we win is if we win together. And I know that we can. It's up to us now to make this happen, or not. It's up to us to do these things for each other and for ourselves. We've got to stop playing at this. We've got to stop thinking that something's going to happen, that this is going to be somehow done for us. It won't. So we really need to start thinking about the things that we need. Can I make them myself? Can I repair things? Can I get hold of things that other people have gotten rid of? Can I find a local business that provides them? We really do have to start thinking about these things. It will require some effort, but it will become automatic behavior like it does now with Amazon and eBay and all these other big companies. It's just habit. It's just another bad habit we have to break. Baby steps.
The reason Amazon was able to take over in the way that it has is because of the convenience factor. You're able to go to one place and buy pretty much everything you need. If our town centres were functioning once again, and we could just go to the town centre and then go through shop after shop after shop and buy everything that we needed in the way that we can on Amazon, they would have the advantage because suddenly, rather than having to wait a day for something to be delivered on Amazon, all is taken is a drive.
Yeah.
A drive into town and we can get what we need and then go home and carry on about our day.
This I think is the issue, isn't it? We do need to organise something. I truly believe that this business networking is important. It does require all of us, though, to make the effort to do this networking. Jonathan, I'll definitely be in contact this week. We need to start getting this training in order. And what we're hopefully going to do is have a breakdown of how the networking works. But it does require people to make this happen. With all the fantastic people and all the fantastic skills that we have in this community, just this community, let alone all the other ones that exist, surely we can put something together that will be an example to everyone else. We can't rely on other people to do this for us. We've got a dog in this race, and it's up to us, just as it is to everyone else, to put our best foot forward and make something happen. So we'll think on that. If anyone has any ideas, please feel free to come forward with them. A way for us all to network is, I think, the key. We've always talked about making your community work for you and having working communities. We can't just have residential communities. We're going to need businesses. We're going to need bakers and butchers and fishmongers and greengrocers. There's got to be a way for us to succeed. Got to be a way for us to succeed. Monty's asking for an England flag, Jordan. Do you think you can find one? And we'll pop it on the screen before we go. So yeah, think about your skills. How can you make your skills pay? What can you do to provide for your community using the skills you already have? All those you're in the process of learning, or those that you want to learn. Because we genuinely have an opportunity here that we may never have again. There we go. There's a nice big flag for you.
There we go.
I want to say a big thank you, as always, to everyone for joining us tonight, for showing support. It's always a pleasure having a laugh and a giggle with you. We hope that you enjoyed the stream. If you like it, please hit the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't. Can everyone check they are still subbed if they haven't checked for a while? Some of you might be tuning in because you've learnt the routine. I don't know, there's something weird going on in YouTube especially. We're also on DLive and various other platforms. There's a whole list on our Telegram. Please check out all the platforms. You'll always get an update that way, an alert for live stream. So to everyone who's not on DLive, a big, big thank you. We're genuinely pleased by your support, and we're very grateful for it. To everyone on DLive, however, don't go just yet because it's that time. So,
lemon time, lemon farming.
It's lemons. Okay, so let's bump up the chest.
Lemons.
Lemons.
Oh, there we go. The voice is back.
Okay.
Lemons.
And can I just say as well to everyone who's donated lemons throughout the week, thank you very much. I don't see who's donated lemons unless one of our mods calls it out. So thank you very much. We do appreciate it. Hopefully you're going to get them all back. So if everyone is ready, let's do this. Okay, so they are coming out very shortly. Yeah, I want everyone to really think about how we can do something. We've got to do something. This is a prime opportunity and it will never come again. While people are in the mood to fight, I think they're in a mood to start really reevaluating their priorities. So we need to organise something. Maybe then that will give us the impetus to put something out in reality and make it work. So the people on the list who've won, and this is not everyone, of course, is English Will, Philomena, Phyllis Bear, Stephen Owen, English Bird. Enjoy your lemons. Everyone else who won lemons tonight, please do enjoy. Thank you as always. We really do appreciate it, more than we can say. So enjoy the rest of your weekend, bank holiday weekend. Happy May Day to everyone. We will be back on Tuesday at 7:30. This will be the podcast series, Tuesday Tyranny series, and back live on Wednesday with you. Mm-hmm. So thank you, everyone. Will's just mentioned something, actually. 4:00 tomorrow, PM. That will be something going out on Will's channel. That's Free Gamer, dlive.tv, Free Gamer. So I can grab the link here, actually. 1 second, Will, and I'll pop it onto the restream. So if you are anywhere but DLive, you can also have a look at this link. There you go. So yes, have a great weekend all. Chin up. Be positive. We are good people doing good things. Remember that.
Well said.
Okay, take care, everyone, and we'll talk to you soon.
Bye for now.